Alright. Hello, everybody. This is episode 15 of Shoot the Breeze, a chill interview and a chill time all around for you and me. I am your host, Heavy Divider. Alongside me is, well, he's quite the humbling individual. As a matter of fact, he's pretty hardworking. He's a hardworking individual, as well as somebody you can always take wisdom from, and especially on his own side. So, very chill person all around. Pretty much, he is Darft. There's nothing more you could say. He is Darft all around. So, before we begin, I got one question. Let's start with the first question on hand. I need to ask you: how the hell did we meet?
Oh my goodness. I actually think it was one night. I think what was it I joined on? I joined on one of the people we are with. I'm not sure who it was. I think I joined off of.
Are you talking about
I joined off of Pappy to say
Pappy?
hi.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was Pappy. I joined off Pappy, and y'all were filming the scene, and I was like, oh. So I just stood in the background for a little bit, and then y'all asked me to be in one of the scenes, and I was like, oh, okay. So it's kind of like a background character.
No,
yeah.
No, I just remember off the top of my head that Basil, the first time you and I met was through Mia, because it was one night or so on one night on a Friday or so. I can't remember what world it was, but basically I just randomly decided to request on Mia, and she let me came in or so, and I remember seeing what I assume was like I mistaken you as a lifeguard or so, because you were wearing orange, had like a towel over your neck, had a towel over your neck, and basically just wolf ears and wolf tail. I just see you right there.
Yeah, my old jumpsuit model. Yeah, I still use that actually. That's my drinking outfit. I pop that model on when I drink with friends on here, because that's what most people know me by. Yeah. Actually, you're right. That was it. What I mentioned was like it was shortly after we met with Mia. I actually joined on you and Pappy at the same time, and Danielle were filming that.
That might have been during the VR High thing.
Actually,
I think
you're right.
That might have been during the VR High thing.
I think so.
I think it might have been like a side thing that we were doing on hand. It was for something. I can't quite remember what it might have been. Right off the back, I don't
do remember it was in the pug though. That was fun.
It was probably Ness, because it was for the scene. I needed to pass out. Okay, so yeah, it might have been Ness. Ness might have been there too for it, because apparently Pappy had to pass out at that time. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Ness T was there too. Yeah.
So, to go on to the next question on hand, I will ask is about your VRChat origins. What brought you to this game, or what caught your interest for you to be part of this?
Oh my goodness, it was a while ago. So, okay, I have to go way back when I was a kid. Like, I think I was like 13 or 14 years old. I was a big anime kid. So, I really liked the .hack series.
Mm-hmm.
So, when I seen something like that, I was like, if something ever comes out like that, I want to play it, definitely. So, anything with the .hack series, I always like looked into it, but nothing like popped up for like VR or anything. People said, oh, people are looking into it, kind of thing, when I was about 18 or 19 years old. And they still said, like, it's going to be a while, so I kind of just lost track of it. It just escaped my mind for like the next 10 years, because around 26, 27, yeah, I was about 27 years old. I was just watching Lyric on Twitch, and he was like, well, I'm going to play this game, and it's in VR. I was like, VR? Like, when did that happen? And I just seen him play VRChat. It was just like one random thing, and I just like after watching him for like 10, 15 hours for that week of just playing the game, I just fell in love with the game. And then after that, it's just like, I got on, I was desktop for like 500 hours, of course. Everyone has to test it out first before getting into the VR. And then after that, it was more like, it kind of drove me to, save up and everything. So I actually saved up for a decently high-end PC at the time. And I bought my Vive altogether. And like shortly after, I had my money in for full body as well. And I was just all in. I was like, this is the most expensive free game I've ever played.
Yeah, that's exactly the title to it. That's a title to it, no matter what. Expensive free game you could ever play, VRChat.
Yeah, and yeah, at the time it was booming. It was like the very beginning of 2018. It was just so much fun, and I still have fun just hanging out with friends. Like to this day, I still have dozens and dozens of friends that I know since before I even had VR. It is fun. It's amazing, and it helps me out in a lot of ways, especially with like social anxiety, because I have no problems with social anxiety anymore after playing this game.
Yeah,
it's a nice substitute.
I will say for the most part, anytime I ever hung out with you, so you were like a very talkative individual. Like you always had a story to tell here and there, especially for certain stuff. And I will ask when you finally got your VR headset or so, the moment you put it on or so, how weird was it to be able to see your hand move or be able to feel like you're touching somebody at that time, but basically try to feel like you try to reach out and just reach out to somebody.
It was weird at first. I think it's weird for everybody, because it's just not used to, like, right now, of course, it's absolutely, it's like a second world for me. It's easy. I can understand it, and nothing in this game makes me sick or anything like that, like it used to. But like the first time, it was just so much fun. It was so much fun. Like back then, there wasn't the crazy worlds like now. The only thing you actually had to test to see if you had any nauseous or sickness was the amusement park world.
Oh yeah, that was a great taste.
Park world.
The great test.
And that was, yeah, and that was fun. I enjoyed that most definitely. I really didn't have any. Because people were like, no, you have to test this, see if you have, phantom touch, because they say it could possibly, mess with you if someone that gets too close, touch you or anything. If you're uncomfortable with that, it will kind of like drive your experience a little bit away, because it's kind of like a crowded bus or crowded airport where you're just too close to someone and people just want to get away. I understand that, so I had to find that out, which was pretty easy. Just had someone just like try just touch me and see if it never happened. So that's like, I think, and the only like motion, like in any kind of like senses, like when it comes to motion, like what was it, phantom touch that I've ever got in this game, it's like if my ceiling fan's on and I just feel the breeze like between like my ears, it just feels like someone's blowing on my ear, and that's it.
That would be it. That'll be it for the most part here. Yeah. For that. Oh yeah. I mean too, it's also the fact that when it comes down to it or so, like it's one of those games where for some reason or so, like it's weird with the fact that basically you could just be able to feel anything in a world where basically everybody's so far away. And it's weird. Yes. It kind of like rearranges your feeling, like not genetically, but basically wiredly in your own mind for you to be able to kind of like feel anything out for the most part. Especially like in the sense of just like having like a handshake or giving somebody a hug. You feel that hug because it feels. Oh yeah. It feels that for the most part.
The hug part, yeah, I kind of feel that, because it's kind of just like a warming sensation when you do that. It's just like, oh, hug, it does that. But another thing, going back to the question beforehand, what drew me to this game, another thing is you can be who you want to be, in a sense, like. I know there's other people that want to be like other things, but when it comes to like role playing and everything, like I was a big role player back in the day. I really didn't push myself to do it in VRChat, but I liked creating a character and being able to be that character. I never ended up doing that. Everyone knows me for who I am on here. Like, I don't have, like, an alter ego or anything like that.
Or a different personality or anything like that.
Yeah, I enjoy it, yeah.
So, the next question I have on hand is basically hobbies on hand besides this game, because I know for a fact you, Lockscar, and Nana play Apex quite a lot at certain points.
Yeah.
Besides that or so. I know that on hand.
Yeah, yeah. I do not pronounce myself any good at those games, but it is very fun. I do make some people laugh on how bad I am at it. But other than that, like before I went into like VRChat and everything, I was a big World of Warcraft player. I did mythic rating. We were raid leaders. I was GM, like all before VRChat. When I found out about VRChat, I kind of like threw that stuff under the bus in a way. Just like literally, just like, you know what? I like this now. It's just how it is, and I just completely stopped, playing World of Warcraft. Back to like the World of Warcraft. Like, I used to be GM and all that kind of stuff, and raid leader and main tank, all that kind of stuff. That was a big hobby of mine because it was one of the first things I actually really put an effort into. It's one of those things where I was like, hey, I'm making a difference in this guild, let's, keep it going. And then, when I found out VRChat, it was just like, this is something for me. I have to do this. I enjoy it. I enjoy everyone. I'm still friends to them to this day. I still get messages from them. It's awesome. They record their kills and everything. They send it to me. It's awesome. They've always welcomed me back anytime. So it's always nice. World of Warcraft was a big hobby. Even before that, I think it was just I enjoyed exercising. Back in high school, I was a weightlifter. I wanted to be a bodybuilder at one point, but I liked food too much.
No, I understand.
I was a big old fatty, so I was like, I won't be able to do this. But yeah, I couldn't keep my diet on track until I got into keto again. So. Yeah, other than that, I don't really have any hobbies other than, playing video games and work and VRChat. That's it.
No, I got you. At least it's a good idea to have, like, different things besides, just this game in general. Because it's one of those things where you can easily get burned out in a game where basically you just come on, basically you try to keep up with everybody as best you can, but it's kind of hard to do because everybody's got their own different time schedules, different motives, different, like, sometimes they just want to be alone, sometimes they just want to be there, but only with certain people. Like, it's weird and pickiness all around, but at the same time, it gets a little bit burned out here and there, especially with the game in general, where certain stuff.
Oh yeah, I think there was many a times where when I played World of Warcraft, the only thing I wanted to be they had a term for it. It's called being mind numb. And you just sit there and just play, not thinking about anything, just doing what you want to do, not being interrupted. They just want be not mind numb, is what they called it at least.
I got you. No, I got you. I understand. On hand. So, let's talk about communities on hand. So, I know that basically, too, that with some of the people you hang out with, so they're like, some of them are like streamers, some of them are content creators, sometimes some of them have like their own different communities on hand that they create in their own, like, unique way. So, sometimes it's a little bit out there, sometimes it's a little pretty much down to earth. But out of curiosity, any certain communities you had on hand that are like, say, like, the wildest bunch you ever been part of, or say, like, any moments you had with them that kind of stick out to you, like, in your mind?
I think it has to be when Bonfire streamed a lot. When Bonfire streamed VRChat, and it's just that community, that group of people. I just loved them. It's he had life issues. Not issues really. It's just he worked and everything, and streaming was more just a hobby to him. So at the end of the day, the community didn't really fall apart. It was more like they were joining other communities. So it's fun. But that one community for certain, Bonfire, Fox God, also known as Fap God.
Yeah.
Just all of them. All that whole community, I just enjoyed it. That's what really kept me on VRChat, especially Bonfire. It was just so much fun. But nowadays I hang out with so many different groups. It's hard to keep track. Like my friend Sion, he hangs hangs out with like Smoltoni and all them. I hang out with him as much as I see on Lockscar and the Red Zone group. I enjoy hanging out with Ladle and Jimmy and them. They're amazing people. I haven't really had a chance to actually talk to them, but I had small conversations with them. They're great people.
No, I was gonna say I haven't had a chance to be able to have like a conversation with a little bit of everybody, because it's one of those things too where I've noticed that in order to be like part of a certain community, so you sometimes you basically got to get a feel of that energy that's out there at certain points just to be able to match it. Like that's the thing too. Like there may be people out there that I wish I could talk to on hand. It's just that I need to get a feel of them like as a human being, like what kind of energy they produce, or so kind of like try to match that. Where basically, are they like very energetic, or are they just kind of like chill conversation wise, or so also nice pop, but but basically just kind of like feel that out, because sometimes that's the thing with VRChat. Sometimes there are people behind the headset, but sometimes you just gotta try to figure out a way to be able to reach out and just see if you can talk to them. It's just a matter of feeling it out, or so, because you never know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's certain situations like that where you see someone, I like to talk to them, but then they're talking to someone else, or you don't want to interrupt what they have going, and you're like, maybe another day. I understand that. The VRChat has so many communities. There's a lot of communities. Some not safe for work, of course, but there's a lot of wholesome communities, like Lolathon's community. I love just watching the Lolathon and everyone over there. Cyber Monkey, all of them. Cyberchip. I call him Cyber Monkey. I seen a meme and I was like, oh, it's Cyber Monkey. No, it's Cyberchimp as well. I love watching their content and everything, and the people that are in that community are very nice and heartwarming. It's just like another thing for when you want to be in a community is like, don't be afraid to put the foot forward to attempt to join. There's a lot of people out there that's like, I want to join the community, but they're scared that they might not fit in or anything. No, you can join the community. You can talk. They have their own discords. They're everything. It's always putting the first step in. You have to put your first step in.
Yeah.
Talk and everything. It's great. It sometimes those communities can completely help you out. You're having a rough day. Maybe there's some people in the community want to play a game with you, and they ask you to come play. It's great. It's one of the most heartwarming things. Any community on here will do that. Which.
No, I got you on it. Oh, might want to. Oh, there you go. Never mind. You're good. I actually heard you talk, and then you just.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Okay. Now you're good. Okay. Now you're good. All right. You stopped right there, and I was like, oh crap, here we go again. But yeah, you're good.
I was wondering because like my headset's like, I'm actually thinking not my Vive or my actual VR. I think my actual mic headset is going to die very soon.
No, I don't think it's that. I think it's just on my side, because keep in mind, remember I told you about this Oculus Rift. So basically, with it, or so sometimes maybe certain things happen on my end that makes it look like it, but it's not on your end. It's just basically stuff on my side. It's weird.
Well,
like
my head. The earphones are they crack a lot now, so I'm also thinking it's my mic too in a sense. Because they crack to the point where it's like popping, like maybe every 5 minutes or so.
I got you.
But yeah, it's alright.
No, I got you. I'm just making sure.
Another one.
I'm just making sure. But let's talk about party scenes right now. Now, in the weirdest case or so. Like, well, nowadays, it makes sense to see, like, so many parties on VRChat or so, but, like, at certain points or so, it's like, there's, like, stuff always happening on a Friday, stuff that happening on a Saturday. Sometimes there'll be certain stuff that basically is privatized. Other times there'll be, like, out in the open, like, friends and guest parties or such. But, can you tell me a little bit about the party scene on your side? Or so, or basically some stuff on hand?
What was really, fun about some of the party scenes. It was, of course, there's people of all ages that play this game. First of foremost, and there's a lot of people that enjoy the party scene, enjoy drinking in general. But when it came to the very first time there was a party scene for me, I just had so many friends that enjoyed the party scene, they just didn't know what to do. So back when it was an every Friday night thing, this is back when I danced. I did dance on VRChat back when.
Mm-hmm.
What I did was I talked to Virgo, which is part of Club Zodiac and everything like that now. I was like, okay, every Friday I was like, maybe we should just, there was the observatory room, and it was decent size. We didn't expect so many people to come or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
We were expecting that at most about 10 or 15 people, just go in there, hang out, drink together. And like next thing you know, it was just like we had to start making another room because of it. People come in drinking and everything. And it's enjoyable because a lot of people at the end of the week, the only thing they want to do is relax, have fun. It's one of those things where it's like, I see it as safer in a sense, unless you're completely oblivious to your own situation. Like, I'm not telling people to drink. By the way, don't drink. If you're not old enough to drink, don't even dare drink.
Yeah.
But when it comes to VR, there are certain situations that I've over the years learned when to get off, when is the right time to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's people that go out, if they go out and party, I see this as the safest situation. You can come on the VRChat, you can drink with friends, hang out with friends, and you don't have to worry about drunk driving. You don't have to worry about a fare to come home if you went out and did normal scene.
Yeah.
When it comes to all the other privatized things, I'm not quite sure about that. I've been part of it before, not anymore. I'm way too busy to go into the privatized stuff when it comes to, when it comes to privatized, self parties or dancing or like what they call clubbing on here. I mostly just go to like the red zone and drink with them.
I got you.
But I do see where in the community, the VRChat and as a whole community, there's an area for that. They understand that with mild censorship and everything like that. It's hard to say. My words are horrible.
No, you're good.
But there is a part for everything in VRChat. But keep it private.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah.
Keep it private. Don't invite people. Don't do things in public worlds. Especially drink, because I've had an experience with that. If you do it, go into a private world or a community group where you can talk to people. Don't be alone when you do it. It's okay, especially for the adults. There's a lot of adults that play this game, 21 plus, that I do know. They do drink. This is their way of venting.
Yeah.
Or self-relaxation or anything like that. So the party scene in VRChat I think it's overabundance right now. No matter what, you will find, no matter what day of the week, there will be a party for somebody.
Yeah, it's just
it's okay.
It's just one of those things too where I worry about with the fact that like I understand there's always like I understand like a party on Friday or Saturday, but when you see like people who honestly constantly drink or so much, that basically you get more concerned about it with the fact that basically the entire game becomes more of an addiction, more like a place where basically it features other addiction, especially on hand. So the only question I have left to kind of add to the party scene is basically what's your drink and mixture, like depending on what you go for.
Well, I drink lots of things. When I first started dabbling with drinks, it was mostly a mixture between so this is all keto friendly. So if anyone's on keto and they want to drink, stay with spirits, so kind of like vodka and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But if you're in keto, you can't have carbs, so you have to go with diet. So the best thing to do is get a lime Sprite or lemon Sprite with a peach vodka, just a straight peach vodka, and mix it together. It's the best thing ever.
I get you.
That's all it is. But my choice of drink is whiskey or bourbon. I just can't. I can't drink it right now because I'm slowly going back on keto again, and whiskey and bourbon have a lot of carbs in them.
Yeah, makes sense.
But the only thing I can't drink is rot gut, which is extremely cheap whiskey or bourbon.
I will say that it lives up to its name. Just for the record, it does live up to its name, being rot gut. It actually feels like it for the most part. But
yep.
To go on to the different topics on hand, the one thing I will ask too is let's talk about the VRChat Current Present at the moment. Now, compared to what we have right now to when you first started and everything, or so, what will be some of the stuff you wish that back then they have kept, or some of the stuff you're glad that they changed up from here on at this time right now?
Oh my goodness. Favoriting thing. It was a big thing back then. Like favoriting an avatar or something like that. Because back then, you know, you'd go to an avatar world and be like, oh my god, this is amazing. And then one day you'd log on after they did an update and you'd have to go find that world again and get that model again. So favoriting things was great. The copy button was great for people who want to share their model. That was amazing. And I think, personally, I think they should have started VRChat and Udon.
Yeah.
I think it would have made things a little bit better. I know it was probably a little bit dated back when, but I think what was another thing? What is that? Oh my goodness. It's hard to say. Like I know there's a lot of things that pop up in my mind, but none of them popping up for me. For the I think probably a better navigation system, I guess, because you'd always have to, like, I wish there was a tab just for world. Like I'm saying, when you go to your menu, there's tab for a world, but I wish there was a separate button for world in general, because when you have to share the button with the worlds and then your social menu at the same time, it gets a little bit iffy.
Yeah.
So if you were able to bring them up separately, that would have been great. Or another, I think, what was it? There was one more thing. One more. I'm trying to remember.
No,
I can't think of it.
That's okay. It'll come to you.
It'll pop up sometime.
It'll come to you.
Yeah, it will.
But my next question I will have to ask is, let's talk about TwitchCon 2019. I'm just gonna say this personal experience or so. I've seen you tell on Twitter on how tall you were. It's one of those things where basically you don't think about how tall a person is based on what it's said until you meet them in real life. And a good guy when I met you, so it was like, holy hell. And
the crazy thing is Brozilla is taller than me.
Yeah, Brozilla's taller than you. That's crazy. You were like 6'7".
He's like, oh no, yeah, he's like as tall as like Dr. Disrespect. Cause I met him at Twitchcon too, and he's probably like head-wise, he was probably about that much taller than me, and I was like, what the? And he was like, I was like, Brozilla, you're still growing. Like, I am 30-something years old. You're like closing in 1920. You got a lot more growing to grow, my man. Like, I'm just growing wider. I'm not growing taller anymore.
But either way, I still felt tiny the moment I met you. So I'm like 5'10". You're like 6'7", right? Or
oh god, no. I'm 6'4". I'm like
6'4".
right at 6'4".
6'4", okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I assumed you were taller than me. I think it's just based on the atmosphere and everything around me or so. But either way, it was actually nice to be able to meet you in person or so.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
What were you able to do at TwitchCon when you got there and everything, or just what was your plan for the most part?
I wanted to go check the after party stuff, but I really wanted a tattoo. So I had to give up some of my TwitchCon time to get a tattoo. I know Lockscar was angry about that because he wanted me to come drink with him at TwitchCon. I do know there was a few other things I wanted to do. I wanted to hang out with more people. I wish, like, you know, I understand the convention is only, you know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But I wish there was more. Like, the Kinetic Party was awesome.
Yeah,
I went to the Kinetic Party. I met people. Yeah. That was fun. For that being like an actual VRChat party, you can go to hang out with people. Excuse me. That was amazing. But what else? I think I wanted to. Not gonna lie, I wanted to try more food because California, like, there's such a mass amount of restaurants in San Diego, but yet they're competing over everyone else. They're all good. Yeah. But they're competing, so the prices go down in tiny bits on near the beach area. And at time me and Mia went, this was just like a small stall part area on the beach. And it was just like, I ordered a thing, just like a thing of fries with some chili sauce on, like, it's like a salsa sauce on top. Yep. Thing was huge. It was like $10, and it was like, it could feed 3 people. I was like, what the heck? And it's just small things like that. I just wanted to try all the food out. It was amazing. Next time or so, if we ever went to San Diego, there's a certain place I need to introduce you to, because I didn't know about this place until Scoot McScootington showed me. And basically it was me, Black Mage Bear, Zeshin, me, Saya, Ren Hellcat at that time, and as well as Lockscar was there. It was a revolving sushi bar. Oh my goodness. And he told me about that. We were there. We were there. Trust me, it's a good place. It was a really good place. Oh my goodness. Like, I think the best place I went to eat there was after TwitchCon was over with. Most people, like, I spent 2 weeks there. That was my vacation for the last year. But me and my friend Rose, like, after everyone left and everything, we went to the Gaslight District. And there was this, in particularly, really good ramen restaurant there. I have pictures of it on my phone. But these people, like, the bowls were huge. Like, you order one, I was like $10. I was like, oh, that's actually okay, pretty cheap for a bowl of ramen. And I ordered 2 because when it comes to ramen, I eat a lot. And the lady was like, no. So I was like, why not? She's like, you won't finish. I was like, that bowl's deeper than you thought. Yeah. So I was like, go ahead and get me 2. And she did. And I was barely able to finish both of them. Jesus. And it was so good. It was probably the best ramen I've ever had anywhere. And I think they gave me, like, for eating both bowls, I think they gave me 1 bowl for free. I thought it was nice of them. Nice. Because they said no one's able to eat 2 of them before. So it was fun. It was small things like that too. I mean, the only other place I can ever recommend to you, which basically I remember where exactly it is. It's just that next time around is basically, you ever had I think it might have been Korean barbecue, but I can't remember. I think there's a certain kind of barbecue to it. But basically, I went there with a group I was part of called 7DS, being 7 Deadly Sins, and basically it was like one of the unique places I've ever been to, because I've never been to a place like that before. So it was like something that might be interesting. Just have like a grill out in the middle of the table and basically just start grilling your own stuff. They just hand to you. Yeah, it was Hawks' Rippin', Midget Athlete, and all them. Me, Mia, Bill, and Lucy, Minerva, and a lot of other people. Tess, that was in our Airbnb. We all went to Korean barbecue too. And I'm not gonna lie, it was great. That was like the second time I had Korean barbecue, but the very first time it was a very different experience. And it was probably about 7 or 8 years ago. So that was the first perfect Korean experience I had at a Korean barbecue, and it was great. I didn't cook any of the meat. I let Mia do that because Mia was cooking for the whole table. But yeah,
Yeah,
it was
well,
great.
yeah, good time all around. Well, a good time all around. It's just one of those things, you know, you wish you'd be able to hang out with everybody, but it's like, once you go there for the first time, it's kind of hard to be able to stay with one person unless it's with the group you're in, because you want to meet everybody as best you can. Especially when we were at that park for the meetup and everything. It's kind of, you know, trying to meet.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
I never seen so many people cycling. I never seen so many people cycling around trying to find everybody. You know, just handshake all around. So.
Some people that were just walking around looking at people's name tags. They were like trying to find the right person.
Yeah.
I was like, no one knows me. It's okay. But like with the Korean barbecue, I think they rented out a full room by ourselves. So we had 4 tables side by side, and each table had 4 people at it. And I think like the total bill at the end of the day for all 16 of us or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Was I think it was like $700, $800 or something.
Yeah.
But that's not bad considering it's unlimited. You know, well, I think it was each plate was like a certain amount, but it was like $1 a plate for meat, stuff like that. So, but it was really good. It was really good. Most of it was a reservation, I think.
Yeah, because you got to reserve it, just because that way you at least have a spot for it. But you mentioned this before about you're basically into anime or so, which leads to the following question, that being about anime. So, first thing off the top of your head, what would be the anime that you can think of? First thing off the top of your head, for the most part, like something that resonates with you.
My very first favorite anime was Berserk. I think well, it's mostly the manga. I read the manga mostly, and when the anime adaptation came out, the first anime adaptation came out, I freaking loved it. I just wish they kept going with it. But since Berserk is always on hiatus, and that manga is older than me and has not been completed yet, the next one over was one of the original big 3, which is One Piece. I enjoy One Piece. Still almost number 1. But recently now I got a few new ones that I started enjoying, which was ReZero, because they just got a new season. I am a My Hero fan. I do like My Hero. And Demon Slayer. And at Twitchcon, I got my Demon Slayer tattoo. That was that last day when I wanted to get a tattoo. I got a Demon Slayer tattoo on my forearm.
Yeah, I remember seeing that on your forearm. I was like, what is that? I think it might have been on like I think it might have been on the 3rd day of TwitchCon where I just might have saw you and you had your forearm wrapped up. I was saying, what the hell happened? Because like.
Yeah, it's one of those weirdest bandages I've ever seen. Is like the clear bandages they use now.
Yeah.
Usually they wrap a trash bag around you or something like that, but no, it was just the clear bandage. They just stick it on there and it was good. And I took it off like 3 days after, and I started moisturizing it like I was supposed to. But yeah, it was interesting. That was certain. Oh, I got Charlie Horse once again.
No, go ahead. But to kind of finish off with the anime question, it would be this. What would be the anime that hits you close to home?
Oh.
Like something that resonates you emotionally and all that. Like something that you relate to more than anything else.
I will throw this out there, which is really weird, but what really hit me was Violet Evergarden. I'm not gonna lie.
Violet Evergarden.
It is it's basically a drama one. But it's if you get the chance, I'd say it's the first anime that's ever made me cry. I'll just say that. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
It's a good one. It's a good one. It's only 14 episodes, I think. But,
I might have to look that up because I was trying to think off the top of my head if I ever seen that before or so. Like the name kind of sounds familiar, but I feel like I'm not sure what it's about or so. But I might have to look it up when I get a chance or so. But with that,
give it a look-see.
But with that in mind, we're getting down to the last question. So, as you can see right here, there's that camera right there in the middle. And if you want to take the center floor here a little bit, and you just gotta move. He's gonna move up a little bit here. But yeah, take the center floor right here, and then basically the question I gotta ask you is this: what are your goals and dreams? And at best, what would be the advice you can give? What would be the best advice you can ever give to anybody? So I'll back up and let you have this.
Dreams. Okay. Goals and dreams. I think most of my goals are. It's more of a personal goal. It's nothing material-wise, but goals and dreams is mostly for me to keep myself happy. Mental health is very important. Don't rush things. Even if it's like a relationship, work, anything like that, never rush it. Just work through it. Of course, you know, if you have friends, they can help you through things. And when it comes to mental anguish or anything like that, yeah. As in physical goals, I'm gonna try to get world first on Shadowlands for leveling up. That's all I got, really.
That's all you got?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna tell anyone what server I'm on, though, because if I tell someone what server I'm on, then they might try to rip that from me.
No,
but,
no,
I've been doing a lot of
I've
been doing a lot of kind of like I've been doing research on the best way to level up. I just want to get it. I'm not sure if they're still doing realm first for leveling, but I'm gonna give that a try.
No, I got you.
The whole thing too.
No, I got you.
Hopefully I can do it.
Like I mentioned before, basically, if you ever mention whatever server you're on or so, I guarantee you Reinhardt's probably gonna find out about it. It's like find out about it. So.
I'm pretty sure Reinhardt will go the opposite faction and try to kill me.
Probably.
I guarantee you.
Probably.
I guarantee you he'll try to kill me.
Yeah, guarantee you, no matter what it is or so. But with that in mind, guys, on hand or so, that will be episode 15 of Shoot the Breeze.